Truth or Fate means Vedika Bell by the big board. Good evening, Vedika. Great to see you. It's been nearly 4 years of Russia's war in Ukraine. A new photo montage of a Ukrainian boy at funerals shared by pro-Russian accounts is stirring a controversy online. Tell us about this.
Yes, well, we've seen nearly 4 years of the evidence, consequences and loss of life in Ukraine since Russia's invasion. But it doesn't stop pro-Russian propaganda accounts from continuing to accuse Ukrainian suffering of being staged. We saw a new example of that this week. This photo montage of a young boy was posted by hundreds of accounts claiming to show wartime propaganda. These accounts claim that this boy was photographed at least 8 Ukrainian funerals of slain soldiers. They say that as he is seen carrying the portrait in the funeral, a role that they say is traditionally reserved for a deceased soldier's son, and then they accuse him of being a professional, appearing at these multiple funerals in order to, as they claim, to rack up support of Western media. Now, this false claim circulated in a slew of languages. It wasn't just in English. I saw this in German, Georgian, French, Russian, of course, even Polish, and I saw it across multiple social networks. It was often posted by accounts that share a lot of pro-Russian content, but also Russian outlets as well. But essentially, the false claim is this, is that Ukraine is deliberately feeding Western media with staged propaganda like this, as they claim, a young boy appearing at multiple funerals for 8 different fathers.
So, Vedika, if this claim is false, then just what is the reality? How can these photos be explained?
Well, the reality is that these photos in this montage have been spliced together in this way in order to be shared out of context. Now, all of these images are real. There's no digital manipulation here. There's no AI involved. These are very much real funerals, but this montage is claiming to show something that it isn't. Now, via reverse image search, we found those same images shared also by Ukrainian media outlets to honour soldiers who had lost their lives in battles. None of these articles mentioned anything about the deceased soldiers having a son or a son being present. But the thread in common with all of these images is, in fact, the place. All of these deaths and these funerals took place in Otynia, which is a rural settlement in western Ukraine in the region of Ivano-Frankivsk. And it is, in fact, in Otynia that all of these images have been taken by pro-Russian accounts to create this montage of funeral photos. Now, they were initially shared by the Facebook page of the local authorities of the municipality to honour those who had lost their lives on the front line. But in none of those posts where they have honoured these slain soldiers have they ever mentioned anything about the boy in question being the soldier's son or a son being there in question. Now, the local authorities did clear up in a statement that the boy pictured is, in fact, a resident of the community who comes to these funerals on his own initiative, carrying these portraits as a sign of honour and gratitude. They also went on to denounce these images being taken out of context to create this false narrative. Now, according to the local authorities, the young boy in question, his name is Ruslan. He is 14 years old, and they say that he sees it as a quiet form of respect, memory and duty to show up at these funerals and carry those portraits of the deceased soldiers. Now, it's not the first time we've seen pro-Russian accounts use this type of messaging, that the war in Ukraine or that Ukrainian suffering is staged or staged propaganda. But in this case, we can certainly separate the truth from the fake.